The next thing we want to look at is your step width. Step width is basically the distance between your left foot and your right foot. What we'll commonly see with most injured runners is that they run on a line. And so their left foot, or their, in this case, right foot strikes. And then as they come through and strike with their left foot, it's almost exactly in line. Or if you're running down a road and there's a line in between, you'd be landing directly on that line each time. That's not optimal because when we land directly in the middle, then your angle from your hip to your ankle, this is just such a harsh angle that what it does is really stresses the outside of your hip too much, stresses the outside of your quad and your knee too much, and then we start to see that IT band pain, that knee pain, that hip pain, all stuff we don't want. So what we want to try and restore is, can we run and maintain that distance between our feet? So first thing we're going to do is grab something. In this case, I'm going to use a yoga block. You could use, whatever, a box, a stick, like literally anything. And what you're going to do is, again, just come to rest. Have my feet underneath my hips. It should be directly underneath my ankles. The ankle bone should be directly underneath my hip bone. I'm not trying to force it out. I'm not trying to overdo it. I'm just trying to keep that distance there. And then what we're going to do is just do a little bit of hopping in that position. So I'm just letting my legs dangle underneath my hips. As I do this, I'm going to land directly underneath that hip. Then we want to start to land and just shift a little bit. So I'm going to start doing a little bit more like this. And this is kind of what we're simulating for running. Everything right, everything left. So now we're going to take that and we're going to do an exercise where we basically are going to internally rotate the hip, or externally rotate and internally rotate the hip. So what that looks like is you're going to look at the bottom of your shoe, almost like, did I step in something? And so we're going to go back and forth, side to side, looking at the bottom of your shoe, really trying to rotate that leg as much as possible. I'm going to do 20 of those, then I'm going to internally rotate and really try and drive that internal rotation of the hip, trying to look at the bottom of the shoe, again 20 times. Then I'm going to go find a road that has a line that I can use. So just your standard painted line that's, yay big. I'm going to try and land on the left or the right side of it, not landing directly in the middle. I'm going to have maybe a 30, let's call it 30 to 40 yard jog. I might stop. I might do this again, go through that exercise again. Maybe go through some of your side to side drills again, and then have another 25, 30 yard jog. And what I want you to sense, what I want you to really feel, is the width of your feet. Try and maintain that width as you're running, and just landing that foot directly underneath the pelvis, staying tall, and just side to side.